Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Gary here. It's Thursday, March 12th. Yeah. And we're in that in between weather in Cincinnati. Yesterday it was 72 degrees, pushing 75. And today it's high 30s. I'm like, fuck me, right? Anyway, today's topic is going to be a little bit about the gym life. Um, I'm recording this right now, but I don't have a title yet, so I'm going to put the title up after the video. But it's about what my experience was this morning. I went to a gym for the first time. The guy I used to live next door to, in the town over from where I live now, called Oakley. I talk to him once a week on the phone. We shoot the shit, and he belongs to a gym. He's been a gym rat his whole life. The guy, he's huge. He's got muscles where muscles don't go. And he's a cool guy, single. And he goes, give me a call anytime you want to go. So I called him last night. And I said, hey, dude, I'm ready. I like to work on my legs. Now, I had surgery on my left knee. I had total knee replacement 3 years ago on my left leg, my left knee. And I have atrophy on that leg. When you cut into a knee, you could be the best surgeon in the world, but you're going to catch a nerve. And, he caught a nerve with his blade when he was cutting into my knee. And sure enough, I got atrophy in my whole leg. Yeah, I look like I'm from Ethiopia. It's not that bad, but I'd like to build that leg up, and I work at it. And he goes, Gary, they got stair stepper machines, they got treadmills, they got all kinds of leg presses. You'll be amazed. Check it out. So I went with him this morning. And it was an interesting experience. I won't go back because I've never been a gym person, but today just solidified another reason why I'll never go back to a gym. And I'll explain to you why. So we get to this one particular gym. It's a very popular fitness center, but I'm not going to name the name. Copyright reasons, of course. I walk in and he heads straight back. He goes, I'll meet you back up here in about an hour. I said, okay. Because he knew I was going to use the cardio equipment. he shoots right back to muscle heaven. It's like all the grunts are back there. You can walk by that area where it's all free weights, and you hear guys going, "Argh, argh, argh," pushing weights, and they're grunting like they're taking a shit. Argh, argh, that's the gym weight. That's the free weight section. But even where I was, on the stair stepper, you could hear him in the distance grunting. And he's back there grunting with the rest of these grunts. It's hilarious. Anyway, so I wanted to explore the stair stepper machine. And I did that. But I've never been on it. I've never used a stair stepper machine. I've seen it done on videos, but I've never been on a stair stepper machine. So there was one left. There was 4 machines, 4 stair steppers. And the one so that it went like 10 treadmills, then the stair stepper started and went this way. And there was like 3 ladies using the stair steppers, and then there was 1 stair stepper machine empty. And so I got on it. Now I'm looking at it. Now I dress with this orange shirt, and I wear some, baggy sweatpants and some gym shoes. I don't go to pee. I don't go, and I had this hat on. I don't go to the gym to pick people up, although I've heard of stories like that they do. I've seen videos on Instagram and shit of women and how they dress at gyms. It's like they're going to a beauty pageant. Skin tight spandex form-fitting pants that shows every crevice. Skin tight tops that show nipples popping out. Everything. The whole package. So I know I got off topic, but I had to explain what you're seeing in there. It's a candy store for guys. So I get on the stair stepper machine. I've never been on one before. Like I said, I've never used one. So I'm on the very top and I'm looking at the display panel and I'm thinking, well, there's the on and off switch, but how do I get? There's different levels of intensity for the stair, and I turn the on switch on and it goes on, but nothing's moving. Right? Well, I look to my right, and here's this gal. She's on the machine. She's doing it. She's probably in her 50s. Again, she had on everything tight. Everything on her body was tight. She had the spandex on, the latest, greatest fashion shoes. She had the earbuds in there, so she was listening to music. She had, a tube top on, exposing her belly, exposing her everything. All that was covered was her tits, and it was skin tight. And she's working this machine, the stair stepper, building up her ass muscles, her glutes. In my case, I was working on my legs. I guess it's going to catch my glutes as well, but I don't know. I have a small ass anyway, so I don't give a shit about my ass. I'm not out there to pick women up. So I'm looking at her. She's got her earbuds, and so she sees me that I'm looking at her. And she pulls the earbud out. She goes, yes? I said, yeah, I was wondering how do you turn this thing? And she goes, because she discounts me. Puts her earbud back on and starts working. She asked me, yes? As if, yes, you're looking at me, yes? You're looking what? Took it out, what, yes? I said, well, can you show me how? I said, can you show me how? And she's like, Totally discarded me. Total rubbish. Threw me out the window. Wasn't about to help me use the machine. I found that was very rude. The least she could have done was show me, pause a second and show me. Because I guarantee you, somewhere down the road, she had to learn. She had to ask, but a bitch, So there was a lady next to me on the treadmill that looked like she was fresh out of high school. And she was working the treadmill. And she was just getting, for me, it was perfect because she was just getting finished. And she was wiping her face off from all sweat. I said, excuse me, if you got a second. She goes, yeah, sure, what's up? I said, have you ever used a stair stepper? She goes, yeah, my mom and I use them all the time. You have a question? I said, yeah, how do you work it? And bless her heart, she gets off the back of the treadmill. She goes, excuse me. So I slide over a little bit because this thing's pretty tight. She slides right next to me. And she goes, see, this button does this. This is low intensity, medium intensity, and fast intensity. And you just hit those buttons and the stair gets going. And then the power on and off kill switch is there. I said, oh man, that's great. Thank you so much for your help. She goes, oh, anytime. Have a nice day. And she leaves. And as I get on and I'm hitting, and just as she's leaving, the wench next to me, Miss Spandex Queen, hello, yes? She's eyeballing this little thing, this little teeny bopper who just helped me. And the look on her face was like, of disgust. That this tiny little teenager girl looks like she was like a cheerleader type girl, tiny little petite, was helping me. And she was insulted that someone finally helped me. That was the look she gave me. Because I'm an empath. Just look up the definition. I read energies. I read energies real well. That's what empaths do. She was pissed that this little cheerleader helped me. And she walked off and did her own thing. And she said, have a nice day. So I'm on the stair stepper now. I'm doing it, Tell you what, it's a machine that I would buy because I'm not a gym person. I don't go to gyms. I don't like gyms for the one reason that it was a 50-50. I had a really nice person here to the left help me, and to the right, this wench, this bitch that was skin tight in all of her gear. From the pants, I can see every crevice on her body. I mean, her vagina was popping right out of those damn sweatpants or spandex. The whole package, the whole vulva was just right out there. And then her, nipples flying out like secret searchlights. And she was put off by me asking her. I know I got graphic, but that's how it is in the gym. All these ladies walking around. And I saw more ladies walking around, looking around over their left and their right shoulder to see who was looking at them than actually working out. And there was like three or four of them. Because now I'm on the stair stepper machine and I'm working it. And I don't have any earbuds on. I don't have a headset on. I'm just working the stair stepper, concentrating on the muscles I'm working, feeling my muscles, and just working the machine. And as I'm doing it, I'm looking out because see the stair stepper and the treadmills are in the front of the gym, and then everything you can see in front of you that's going on. They have all these machines you can work out for the body, and then in the back you can still hear guys pumping, pushing iron back there. My buddy Mike, who was with me, he's back there pumping iron. You can hear, and then you can hear him clinking the barbells all over the place. But you see, I saw 3 or 4 girls, ladies, walking around, just walking around. They weren't working out. They were looking over their shoulders to see who's looking at their ass. And they had great asses on them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If you're serious, here's my philosophy. If you're serious about working out, if you're really dead serious about working out with getting your body right, go back to the 1976 movie Rocky. Go watch it. Sylvester Stallone played a part in this. He was the main character. He was Rocky Balboa. Watch that movie and watch how he started getting in shape. He woke up one morning in a shitty apartment. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to tell you how it opens up the scene. Wakes up in the morning with no shirt on, goes to the refrigerator, takes out a carton of eggs, cracks 4 eggs into a glass, and chugs down 4 raw eggs, wipes his mouth, throws on his sweatpants. It's dark out because he got up first thing in the morning. Baggy, gray sweatpants. The old style gray Champion, they're made by Champion sweatpants. Baggy, real baggy. And he had some kind of a baggy sweatshirt on. And he got out first thing in the morning by himself and started running. By himself. Watch the movie. That is how you should get in shape. Gyms today, it was a candy store. I'll never go back in there again. I don't need that. If I want to see a candy store, I'll just flip on. I'll just go to some channel on my computer and go to a porn site. They might as well be in a porn movie. The way they're dressed or the lack of what's on their body as far as clothing, and they're saying that they're working out. Oh, yeah, I'm in here trying to talk to my girlfriends. I'm working out. Oh, I gotta make sure this is nice and tight. I'm gonna make this nice and tight. And my shirt's nice and tight. What the fuck is going on with this country? So yeah, watch the movie Rocky. If you belong to a gym, look at the movie Rocky. And watch that. Watch the difference between that and what I saw today at the gym. You understand what I'm saying. I gotta go. I got things I gotta do. I haven't had coffee yet. I gotta make a pot of coffee. And I'm intermittent fasting. Today is my day. I don't eat for 48 hours, but try it sometime. Try not eating for 48 hours, man. You feel fantastic. You just feel fucking. Don't forget, you gotta drink a lot of water. A lot of water. And get your electrolytes to drink salt water. That's all I got. Enough. I'm going to get off my preaching box. I got to go. Thanks for stopping by and looking at my crazy content again. Take care of yourselves and each other. Peace out.